Hey, welcome back, everyone. In case you haven't heard, the bad mother of the century is back in the news. Yes, none other than Casey Anthony is back in the news. She kind of made a spectacle of herself on Mother's Day, of all days, and she decided to break her silence of 2 years by releasing a follow up interview of sorts. It was only a 7 minute conversation, but she had a follow up interview with People magazine and a reporter from the Associated Press. So, one of the questions they asked her if she had any plans for this coming Mother's Day. And she said that she had no plans um, to do anything with her own mother because I guess their relationship is on rocky ground. Cindy Anthony. She didn't have any plans to do anything with her, and when the reporter followed it up and asked her if she had any plans to, celebrate the passing, of her daughter, Caylee, and she said, "No, I don't celebrate Mother's Day for that." And then she paused, and then she had a kind of like she was thinking of what to say next, and says, "I ignore that day and have ever since her death." End quote. So I said that she has a fractured relationship with her mother, Cindy, and Casey has gone out of her way to distance herself, even though they're in the same area. She has gone out of her way to make sure that she has very little connection or correspondence with her mother because her mother has always she supported her through the trial and her not guilty verdict on manslaughter because she was originally charged with manslaughter and several counts of lying to the police and investigators. And she was found not guilty on the manslaughter charge, but and why it wasn't first degree murder, I don't know. But she was acquitted of the manslaughter charge, but she was found guilty of lying to the police, the detectives, both state and local. She received, quite a few years of probation, but she said that since she went on to say that since her relationship with her mother is fractured, she doesn't see herself celebrating Mother's Day for her mother ever in the future. So, a little recap. I guess I should have probably put this at the beginning. But when Caylee went missing, she was gone and missing for 31 days before Casey bothered to even report her daughter missing. 31 days. Yeah, 31 days. While her daughter was missing for those 31 days, Casey Anthony partied, went to several pool parties, drank like a fish out of water, held parties in her own home, and went out to bars and restaurants and again partied like there was no tomorrow. For the first 2 years after she was released from jail on the charges of lying to officers and to the detectives, Casey Anthony could be found celebrating with her friends every August when the reporters or anyone asked if she was there celebrating her daughter's birthday. Who was now gone. She said no. She would often say things like, she's not here. I'm here, so I'm celebrating my life. But it was every August that she could be seen in bars doing shots and in beer chasers in August, right around the time of her daughter's birth date. During the trial for Casey Anthony, in case you don't remember, 40 million people tuned in every single day of the trial to watch it. Now, to put that in perspective, less people tune in to watch major sporting events and more people tuned in to watch the daily trial for Casey Anthony and find out what happened to her daughter. On July 5th, 2011, she was actually acquitted of the manslaughter. So in 2012, Cindy and her daughter, Casey, had necklaces with little pendants about that big. It's a little bit over an inch in length, with kind of like a rose rosetta on each side of it. Excuse me. These necklaces made in each of the little containers held some of the ashes of her daughter. But her daughter reported to her mom that the necklace broke, but she refused any attempt by Cindy to ever help with getting it repaired. And the last known photograph of Casey Anthony wearing the necklace was in 2012. Does she still have it? Who knows? The following is a statement that she released in that interview, that 7-minute interview with People Magazine and Associated Press. She said, "If I'm blessed enough to have another child, and I'd be dumb enough to bring another child into this world, knowing that there'd be a potential that some snot-nosed kid would say something mean to my kid, I don't think I could live with that." End quote. And then she said that she would be more than happy to maybe in the future be open to having more children with. So she's back in the news and doing what she has always liked doing, partying, being irresponsible, and never really showing any emotion for the loss of her own child. And it's sad. That poor little girl